Well, he's going to be at the Improv all weekend long, and I know Virginia would love to have been on a show, a Cash Cab. You love Ben Bailey. He's in here with us right now.
I think he's one of the top 5 hosts of any trivia game show or any game show period ever. You always seem like you're in control.
Top 5? Who else is in there?
You got Say
I'm sorry I have to say.
Wink Martindale.
You got to have
Wink Martindale. Nice.
Say
This is good company.
That's great
I'm
company.
going to need a velour sport
Richard
coat to join these
Dawson.
guys.
And a mustache.
Richard Dawson and a mustache.
Trebek,
A
Alex
sequin
Trebek.
jacket. Trebek is actually a friend of mine.
Really?
Yeah, and he's a cool guy, man. He's like, everyone thinks he's kind of this kind of pompous dude.
He seems
Not?
awesome.
He's actually kind of a nut. Like we
Yeah.
were joking about beating up Bob Barker together.
That's
He
awesome.
That
had
wouldn't
just
take
beaten us at the
much.
Emmys. Like Barker retired and he took the Emmy that last year, and like we were laughing. Like,
I
you know,
remember
if he
what was
wins again next
impressive,
year, I'm going to go after him with a bat. I'm like,
Back
easy,
in,
Trebek. Take
I-
it easy, buddy.
I think it was like back in the late 80s. I think Trebek was on Cheers. He made an appearance on Cheers because they had
really? I don't
who
remember
played the post guy? Who was that?
Cliff.
Was that
Cliff.
John
Yeah.
Ratzenberger.
Yeah, and he made it onto Jeopardy because he knew all this like useless information, and he got on there and blew like the
that's
final
right.
Jeopardy question. They had
That's
Trebek
right.
came into the bar.
That's right.
And yeah, it was actually on Cheers. So
Yeah, because Cliff got everything right.
Yeah.
And then bet everything on Final Jeopardy.
yeah, like all the
then-
categories
and then
were
missed
like
it. He was
everything
like-
that was him. It was like beer and like living with your mother and
yeah,
everything.
it was like.
Yeah,
Dream
they're like all
categories.
custom made.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
And then I think his answer, if I remember right, his answer on Final Jeopardy was, "Who are 3 people who have never been in my kitchen?"
That's awesome.
Bet it all. You're right.
And he bet everything. So like he
couldn't
would have had the
believe he missed
record,
it.
but instead he left with nothing.
Yeah, Trebek is
Oh,
awesome.
Cliff.
That's great.
Oh,
And you got
Cliven.
you won an Emmy. Did you not win an award?
I
for
did.
that
I have a
also?
couple. I won a couple as host,
Mm-hmm.
and the show we won 3 times for the show.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
It's pretty cool. Thanks. But
Yeah.
you don't know what
Great
to do with them.
show.
It's weird to have these like.
Yeah.
Where are yours at? Do you have them on a
They're-
mantle or?
No, they're in the basement actually.
Are they?
They are. I have a music studio. I'm a musician also. I have a music studio in the basement.
Okay.
So I put them in there because like then, you know, people could see them or I could show them.
Oh,
if I want,
yeah.
but they're not like. It's not like as soon as you walk through the door, like look at these trophies that I've won.
What do
You
you
don't
It
bring them to
seems
the
like
club
to put
and
them
show
in
them
the
the
living
girls?
room. You know, it seems like, hey, look at
What do you play? What kind of instrument?
I play guitar. I kind of play everything. I've been doing it for a long time.
Nice.
And you know, if you play
Mm-hmm.
for like 25 years, eventually you start picking up other instruments because you're like, all right, I've been playing guitar
You get a
for
little bored,
25 years.
Uh-huh.
Why don't I try the bass for, you know, just because it's something different, you know?
Right. What kind of like music do you like? What's your
I like rock.
influences?
I like
Okay.
classic rock. Right, I'm actually I'm kind of on a metal kick right now.
Oh boy.
I'm a little bit Black Sabbath
Talk to me.
obsessed.
He
Okay,
loves
yeah.
metal over here.
You're in the right
Oh,
room.
really?
Right there with
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
I think I'm gonna start a Sabbath cover band. I'm serious because like I've been playing guitar forever, and I wasn't allowed to listen to Sabbath as a kid.
Oh,
my
I know that
friends
move
got
too,
into
yeah.
it, and my mother banned it.
Well, Kevin plays
Yeah.
really, really shitty drums, so you
Yeah.
probably maybe ask him to join the
Is
band.
this satellite? Is this terrestrial
We can bleep
radio?
ourselves.
Oh, we're recording. Fuck, you guys didn't tell me.
He just caught up to the cuss
You
train.
can say motherfucker whatever you want, man.
Cuss train just left the station.
But so,
Yeah, no,
I'll follow it.
I did
I'll
the same
throw
thing.
a dollar in there.
Well, when I was a kid, I heard that if you play an instrument, like you get a bunch of chicks. So
Right,
the only
right.
problem I had was when I was in high school. Then I joined a Metallica cover band, which gets
Nice.
no puss. So I joined like the one cover
Yeah.
band as a musician that gets absolutely no chicks. Like we
Girls
would
are like,
start
"What are
playing
you
at a
guys
party,
doing?"
and all the chicks would leave. It was the exact
Right.
opposite. We
just
chased
be a bunch
everybody.
of dudes there, like yeah.
Sausage fest.
Yeah, every
Like,
party at the end, I'm like,
you guys
going,
sound
I can't
great, but-
wait. There's gonna be so many women. It was just a bunch of guys.
No chicks there. Is that
No
when you had
chicks.
your mullet too?
Oh yeah, I had a mullet. It was just awful.
But in your defense, everyone had a mullet then.
I
It's
did. They
true.
did.
Did
A
It
lot
you?
of people
Did
did.
you have a
no,
mullet?
no, not me. Not everyone. Everyone
Everyone
else.
but you.
I never had. I never had the
Smart man.
patience to grow my hair long enough to have a mullet.
I really did. The weird thing about it, you talk about people that still have it today, and you're like going, do they get up and look in the mirror and think that looks good? And
Like-
I swear to God, I remember standing in front of the mirror picking that thing out.
Beautiful.
And I'm just like, that looks phenomenal. Like I could never, if you would have told me, I'm never going to cut this hair. Like it is exactly the way I want it forever.
It's perfect.
Yeah, I looked at it. I'm
Some
like,
guys
it
are
is
still
perfect.
living that
They're
dream.
Oh,
living
yeah.
it.
They're
living
still
that
out there.
dream.
They're at the fair.
They've still got the mullet going.
I don't know what
They
it
get
is.
up every day and.
Wearing their white
Do some
jean
grooming.
shorts.
I think
yeah.
everybody thinks that they look great.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Or at least as good as they can look before they leave the house,
Well,
right?
yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anybody that like stands in front of the mirror and says, "Oh, okay, I look like shit. I'm ready to walk out."
Yeah, time to go to work.
Saddest thing in the
I'm
world.
looking my worst.
Little kid with the mullet. It's just, it's not fair to the kid. It's not the kid's fault.
It's not worse though than little kid with a rat tail.
Yeah, rat tails are pretty bad too.
Rat tails are bad.
But it doesn't
Saw
stand
that.
out as much. A rat tail is almost like hidden. You don't notice the rat tail until the kid walks by, and you're like, "Oh, look at that!
rat's
Kid's
got
got
a
rat tail.
I mean, a mullet, like you see that coming like half a mile away. It's the first thing you notice. That's the only problem with it. Yeah. So Ben
But
is.
so
Yeah, go
Black
ahead.
Sabbath was ruled out. Like no Ozzy Osbourne. My mother said there will be no Ozzy Osbourne played in this house
I could see that. Yeah.
because two of my buddies had gotten into it and their moms were freaking out over the lyrics and you know Ozzy supposedly bit the head off of a bat or a
He's part of the
bird
devil.
or
It was a bird,
puppy
yeah.
or
And he
it
did.
just got
It was a
worse and
bird,
worse
yeah.
and like
Yeah, right.
But so I never listened to him and then and I was playing guitar the whole time and then
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 years ago a friend of
You
mine
actually listened to your mother, huh? When she said don't listen.
well, I tried to go out and listen to them, but you couldn't really without going out and buying the records at that time.
Oh, yeah.
all you were gonna hear is what was on the radio.
Yeah.
So I heard Iron Man and
Right.
Paranoid and that stuff, but I didn't hear any of the real
The deeper
Master
stuff.
of
Deep
Reality
cuts.
and the older albums that now I totally love them. Like I got exposed to them at a bachelor party, like a bachelor party weekend. These guys were just cranking Sabbath. I'm like, and at first I'm like, what is this? And then by the end of the weekend, I'm like, this is amazing.
Yeah,
These guys
right.
are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And so I started working on it, and I love it. I can't stop playing. So I really think I'm gonna do that.
They got a new
Start
new
Black
album
Sabbath
coming
cover
out
band.
too.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Do it.
Just
Yeah.
gotta find someone who can sing like Ozzy, and I mean like 1968 Ozzy.
Good luck.
that's
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
tough.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like a 14-year-old girl. Is what I'm picturing in the end. All right, this is the only one who can hit the notes.
Now, are you going to ask her dad?
This
So
band
it's
sounds
Sabbath,
creepy.
but it's kind of country. Like
40-something-year-old guy playing bass with a 14-year-old.
yeah, she's the only one who can sing that high. Like,
It's not creepy at
Might look
all.
weird on stage.
yeah, everyone in the band will be like my age,
And
with
then she's
fake
14.
long hair, and like a little girl in the middle.
The high voice sounds good to me.
Here, could you, or giving her like little props? Could you bite the head off of this? Right at 3.5 minutes into this song, it's chocolate. Here, it's a chocolate bat.
Well, if you ever need like a really bad Metallica cover band to open up for your Sabbath cover band, like
There's your guy.
we could do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, we might put it all together.
You
The
two
word-
could go on the road and
And there
impress
might be
no
there
one.
might be chicks.
That actually, yeah.
At this point, there might be chicks.
No, I
They're all
didn't.
for him. They're not for
No,
you,
it's-
Kev.
yeah. As soon as I start playing, they'll leave. That'd be awesome. So you're doing the music. You're out doing the stand-up stuff. What other kind of stuff do you have going on right now? What's some big projects?
I got a bunch of stuff going on. I did when the show and when Cash Cab was over, I bought the cab, and
Awesome.
so I could
That's
have it. I'm gonna
smart
be
move.
shooting. Thank you. I was like, "What are you guys doing with the cab?" They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna sell it," and I was like, "Yeah, to me, you're gonna
Right.
sell it."
Who should have it but you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I felt.
What'd that go for?
I can't tell you that.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding.
It was like this whole secret.
I felt kind of bad there for a second.
We can't talk about that.
My bad.
I will not discuss price on the air.
Okay.
$5,000 I paid for it.
Oh, that's a
Bargain.
deal.
Yeah.
You could turn that
Even
into
if it was
so much.
just a minivan, it wasn't the cash cab. I think the Blue Book value was like 21.
Wow.
Okay,
That's
wow.
awesome.
So they gave me a deal. They wanted me to have it.
the ceiling
production
lights still
company,
work
you know.
and everything?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do. I have it green screen. It's in my garage, and I've got a green screen set up. So whenever I park it in the garage, I can use it. I can shoot,
Oh yeah.
whatever I want in the cab, and then I'm gonna just make like series of videos and put them on the internet. Put 'em on
That's
the
a
Love it.
great
YouTube
idea.
channel And,
Absolutely.
like, do interviews. Like over the last 8 years that the show ran,
Yeah.
every comedian buddy of mine, which is like 100 people,
Yeah.
called me or emailed me or texted me, dude, I have this great idea for something we should shoot in the cab,
That's
so
really
Now you
cool.
do it.
I'm gonna, get all my buddies that had those ideas together, and we're gonna do it.
That'll
That's
work.
awesome.
That'll definitely work.
It'll be at the very least, it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think that's really phenomenal. It's a different setting for doing kind of like a little talk show type thing.
Yeah.
And,
Or,
doing
I mean,
some
it-
reviews
it-
and whatever.
You might
Sorry to talk
parlay
over
that
you.
into a
It's
talk
kind of
show.
Limitless, like what I could actually do in there.
Oh,
There's
absolutely.
no rules at this point.
Well, the one thing that I'm finding, there's so many comedians today that, the way the internet is opened up, and whether it be a YouTube channel, whether it be podcasting, you know, comedians have really kind of found, even outside of the club, just there's this whole new environment, new world where they're really thrive. You know, I look at what Adam Carolla's doing with his podcast.
Yeah, somebody was telling me about that.
Yeah, it's like
huge,
over 1 million subscribers, and you know, the YouTube channels too. You know, we know a guy that does Tom Mabe, who's always done pranks and stuff like that, and he's got a YouTube channel that's, you know, just getting tons of, you know, viewers and stuff like that. So I mean, it's totally feasible that you might be able to turn that into something pretty big.
You want to get a viral video going. If you get one video to go viral, right, and you can drive, and you've got your video placed in the right spots on your website, your Facebook page, whatever. Yeah, you could drive 1 million people to your, or more, 10 million. I mean,
you can get paid for that.
Days,
YouTube will pay
you. You can have 10 million people go to your Facebook page.
Right. Yeah, you make
if a small fraction of those people like your page or whatever, then now you can reach. I just want to be able to let more people know about my stand-up shows, basically.
Sure, yeah.
So, you know, and the videos will be fun, and I don't know, I finally embraced internet marketing.
It's you know,
Facebook and, you know, Twitter for so long I was like, who needs it? I was like the grumpy old guy, like, I'll just call people on the phone.
Do you do the Twitter?
I'm coming to Florida. What's that?
Do you tweet?
I tweet once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah. But I just started all that stuff. Yeah. I'm at Real Ben Bailey on Twitter.
Yeah, it takes a while to get used to it because, like, the whole 140 character thing, like, you know,
it's hard. Yeah. It's like, all right, I got to be clever.
I
want to say something funny. I don't want it to be boring.
Right.
And then
I still see some guys who are a little bit older that just don't quite get it, and they do like one thought, but it's in like 5 tweets, and so you have to read the first one and then the second one. You're like, come on, man.
I'm like, dude, I don't have time for this.
Right. You're trying to piece them all together, and
I just
like,
got
you
5
can't find
other
the
tweets
third one
come
out
up.
of the 5. Yeah, so it don't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's a whole different world.
That's kind of me. I'm not too.
That's kind of.
I'm not that far from that. I'm a little better, but only because I have someone doing the actual tweeting. Like I come up with the things that I want to say, but then I just have someone tweet it.
Yeah, that's why they put it in the right, because you have to have like all the right language.
Make sure this works right.
Characters and all this kind of stuff that makes it work. Yeah, which is cool. Yeah.
And they know how to, you know, make sure that it gets out to everyone. And I don't know. I fought it, but okay, I give. I'll play.
Yeah, well, it's, you know, and it's the best. It's free. You know, I mean, who can, you know, you can't beat that. I mean, it's pretty awesome.
It's free today.
Yeah.
Waiting a couple years.
You know what? It's like I said, it's like the drug dealer. It's like anybody. They get you hooked.
Get you hooked.
And then when you can't,
Facebook, right?
And then when you can't like live without it, then that's when they're gonna like hit you.
Facebook memberships.
Oh,
$24.99.
That will happen.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Right?
I'm surprised YouTube hasn't done that. I'm shocked that they don't charge for YouTube.
I think they're all waiting. Like
I can't believe YouPorn.
I think there's a little bit of a bubble. There's a bubble in that, like, people are just using everything, so it's generating all this advertising money. But I think that's gonna, you know, that's not gonna last forever. It won't keep bringing in the huge money that it is, and then eventually they're gonna start. You know?
Yeah, I mean, when you just think, even if you just charge like $1.99 a month. You know, when there's like 60, you know, what is it, million people or something like that on it. I mean, that's crazy.
That's insane how much money.
Oh, yeah.
$1 a piece for 60 million people.
Absolutely.
They're like sitting at home right now.
Oh,
someone's listening. That Facebook kid from Harvard.
Oh,
is
yeah.
Like, $1 a month. He's listening to the broadcast. Right. We just made it happen. Like, I think this is going to happen soon.
Yeah, they cash
especially
in.
If we tell the guy that he should do it.
Yeah, if you guys start paying for Facebook next month, everybody's going to hate us.
Yeah, like, damn it.
Sticks.
Facebook used to be free, man.
Well, go out this weekend at the Improv. You can see Ben Bailey out there. He's going to be out. How many shows they have you doing? When are you doing the shows?
I have one show tonight at 8.
Okay.
Although you're going to play this tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah. So
and cut.
So you did a show last night, dummy.
2 shows tonight at 8 and 10, and tomorrow at 7 and 9:45.
Perfect. All right. It's a 5-6.
Hell of a show last night. Whew,
nice.
I should have been there.
Oh, great. I heard it was insane.
It was unbelievable.
It was the best show ever.
Everyone was completely naked.
That's
in the whole.
Really? Wow. I'm sorry.
Not me. The whole crowd. Just leave your clothes at home night.
It's 561-833-1812. Call the Improv to get your tickets to go see Ben Bailey. Always good talking to you, buddy. Thanks for coming in, man.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me, guys. Hope to see you this weekend.
I like how he's scratching his junk, though.
He is like kind of subtly
yeah, he is.
Hey, look at it.
Feeling himself.
All right.
He's like, I know it's in here somewhere. Are you videotaping this?
No.